The first cut. Arrogance in the void. The Carthan Dominion had ruled this quadrant of the galaxy for millennia. Their fleets of spined dreadnoughts were feared. Their soldiers bred for cruelty. Their doctrine forged from conquest. When they discovered a small human colony nestled against a barren moon, they did not hesitate. They did not negotiate. They did not warn. They descended in fire. Carthan warships blotted out the sun as orbital bombardments ripped apart the colony's defenses. Families burned where they hid in steel shelters. Hospitals were flattened by precision strikes that spared no child, no elder, no medic. When the smoke cleared, the Carthan overlords broadcast their victory across the stars. Humans are soft. They break easily. Their screams are thin. Their blood runs quick. Their blades are toys. On the decks of their flagships, Carthan warlords laughed. The galaxy watched, some in horror, others in silence. Humanity, they believed, would bow. For what could a fledgling world do against a galactic empire drenched in blood and dominance? 2. Mockery. The festival of cruelty. In the capital of the Dominion, an entire plaza erupted in celebration. 1,000 alien banners hung from towers of black steel. The slaughter of the human colony became a festival. Alien children played with replicas of human weapons. Plastic knives that bent when pressed, swords made of brittle alloys. Carthan generals mocked the primitive Iron Age toys of Earth, holding them high for laughter. The message was clear. Humanity was no threat. They were fragile, indulgent, weak in spirit. Their strength lay in words, in music, in books, and those were ashes when fire fell from orbit. The galaxy, watching through interstellar broadcasts, began to believe. Perhaps Earth was too civilized, too gentle, too soft athwart. The silence before the storm. For months, the humans said nothing. The survivors of the colony did not cry out to the Galactic Council. Earth issued no demands. No fleets mobilized. The skies of Sol remained quiet. It was a silence that made the Dominion laugh even harder. But in the silence, something else stirred. From orbital shipyards above Mars, ancient hulls groaned awake. From the vaults beneath Earth's oceans, weapons long sealed in the dark rose on tidal lifts. On Luna's cold regolith, soldiers sharpened more than their blades. They sharpened their patience. Humanity had endured plagues, fires, tyrants, and world wars. They had been underestimated before, by kings, by empires, by gods carved in stone. Every time they had risen sharper. Every time, their answer had been written in iron. Now, they were sharpening that answer again. Fo. The woman with the blade. Her name was lost in the smoke of history. Some said she had been a surgeon in a small Terran city. Others whispered she was a soldier who had sworn never again to raise a weapon. To the Dominion, her name did not matter, until she became the knife in their throat. When the Carthans raided another human outpost, she was there. Not with plasma rifles, not with orbital artillery, but with a blade. They mocked her when she charged. A single human charging armored brutes with a weapon of steel? But the laughter curdled, for she moved like a storm. Her blade tore through their armor where energy shields faltered. She cut through lines of warriors bred for slaughter, her eyes cold, her silence absolute. Her image, captured and transmitted across stars, became a symbol. A single woman with a blade, standing in defiance of a galactic empire that had mocked her people. The Dominion called humans soft. She introduced them to blades, the breaking of stars. Then the silence ended. From the dark of interstellar void, Earth's fleets emerged. Dreadnoughts of black steel bristling with weapons, their hulls marked with scars from older wars. Carriers unleashed swarms of fighters that moved like flocks of hunting hawks. Warships shaped like jagged mountains lit entire sectors with their ignition. The comms of the galaxy filled with words that chilled every species. This is Earth. The patience you mistook for weakness has ended. You will reap what you sowed. The first Carthan fleet was annihilated in a single strike. Orbital stations vaporized in sheets of light. Human dreadnoughts descended like executioners, their weapons pounding in rhythm. Each strike a drumbeat of vengeance. Fire and steel, the Dominion unleashed its armies. Legions bred in vats, soldiers who had never known fear. But against humanity's rage, they broke. Humans fought not with brute strength, but with cunning. Blades hidden inside energy storms. Warheads detonating in precise chains that folded fleets into themselves. Ground soldiers who fought with a brutality that seemed mythic. And always, at the center of every battlefield, the woman with the blade. She cut through alien commanders, left their bodies as messages carved in silence. To the galaxy, she became more than human. She became the embodiment of Earth's vengeance. The climax. Vengeance without end. The galaxy watched suns vanish behind human fleets. Entire Carthan sectors were consumed. Human dreadnoughts turned skies red. Cities that had once mocked humans fell into silence. There was no negotiation, no mercy, no pause. For every colony destroyed, a world burned. For every human life mocked, a fleet was cut apart. The Dominion's throne world trembled as Earth's armadas arrived. Their once proud rulers, drenched in arrogance, now cowered in shattered palaces. And when the final strike fell, the last image transmitted across the galaxy was this: a human blade driven into the Dominion's royal crest. Gleaming, silent, absolute. 8. Aftermath. The whisper that echoed forever. When the fire finally faded, the galaxy was quiet. The Carthan Dominion was no more. Their banners were ashes. Their children grew up in silence, taught never to speak the name of Earth above a whisper. The survivors of conquered worlds trembled. They had seen what humanity could do when provoked. They had watched fleets blot out stars, seen soldiers carve vengeance into the flesh of empires. And they repeated one phrase across every comm, every tavern, every council chamber: never provoke Earth again. For the galaxy had learned a truth it could never forget. Humans may be patient. Humans may be soft when peace allows. But their vengeance is infinite, and somewhere, in the shadows of a broken empire, a single woman wiped her blade clean and walked away. The lesson. Written in blood, civilizations that rise and fall often leave monuments, stones, temples, songs. Humanity left a warning written across the stars. It was not a song. It was not a poem. It was a blade. And the galaxy would never stop whispering of the time aliens called humans soft, until she introduced